to do everything all last minute. Good morning. Oh my gosh. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
everybody. How are you guys? Everybody's waiting for us to get on. They're like, 10 o'clock. It's been a busy morning, so trying to get ready. How are you doing, Catherine?
Good. Good.
You getting ready to celebrate your birthday again?
Well, because my actual birthday is the 28th, so I want to do like
Yeah,
at least
next
a
week.
dinner or something just on that day. That's it.
That's nice.
But,
How do you feel coming into the 40 club?
I was a little anxious at first. I was not gonna lie, but now I'm just embracing it. I'm just like, I'm 40.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not almost a 22-year-old. It's like it's inevitable.
Yeah. That is crazy. Time goes by so fast, so you just have to enjoy it as much as you can because we just don't know. I mean, we're fortunate to, like, when people say, "Oh, how are you going to feel when you're this age?" I'm like, "Well, I guess I'll be fortunate to have made it to that age, you know?"
Right. Yeah. Because,
So,
well, back when I was 20, I thought 40 was old. I was like, oh, that's old.
yeah.
I'll never be there. That's like so far out. And now I'm like, I'm already here.
Yeah, I know. How are you this morning, Brenda?
Good. Just trying to calm my children down over here because they are in summer break and full on awake.
Hi, Lupe.
Chill mode. Hi, Lupe. Good morning. Yeah, I think that's good morning, Katie.
Good morning.
Good
How are
morning.
you? Yeah, I get it. That's why I try to get out of the house as early as possible because it's just really difficult. Once, my phone starts ringing by 7:30. It's like 7:30, so I have to have at least showered and, some way halfway done because then it just goes from there and it doesn't stop, from there. But I guess being an, like they say, an entrepreneur, you have to just roll with it and, and be ready, at all times, really, because we just never know who's going to call or, what's going to happen. So
Yeah.
always good things. But so what are you guys seeing out in the market?
Still really busy.
Yeah.
Still moving. Still same kind of competition. People are waiting for those new listings to come out, and we're trying to get those listings. But
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the open houses now that we can do those. So
Mhm.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have started to see a lot more signs and stuff like that out, which is nice.
Yeah.
So I think people are starting to, to feel more comfortable with people coming into their homes. And I mean, it's really at the seller's discretion as far as their comfort level, what is done. Because I know some sellers are still, they're still not there 100% yet.
Right.
But so we can definitely, we work however, they want us to work. Whatever makes the most sense for, your seller, of course.
Is there a new guideline as far as like showings for masks and all that? Because I know I went to go do a showing 2 days ago, and my client was like, "Do we wear a mask?" And I'm like, "Yes." I mean, unless the seller tells you differently, I don't know how they're gonna feel while you walking in. So
Yeah, I think that for now, I am still seeing that the masks are required, just until we find out that otherwise. Uh, they were saying something about if you're vaccinated, but it's really hard to know who is and who isn't. So I just think across the board, it would just be smart to, just to advise everyone just to wear them and continue to, sanitize. Just still take precautionary measures, just so that way the sellers feel safe. I know I usually will wear my mask into an appointment, but if the seller tells me I'm fine, you could take it off, I'm okay, then I do it for them, more than anything out of respect. But most sellers that I've dealt with are like, go ahead and take it off. They're fine with that. So we did an open house this past weekend as well in Upland, and it was 50-50. They stopped at the door and they said, do you guys want us to wear masks? And our seller didn't mind. He says he didn't mind at all.
Okay.
So we just let them know, no, it's fine. If you don't want to wear it, you don't have to. So I just kind of leave it up to the seller, at this point, and whatever their comfort level is. So
Yeah.
but I know, Catherine, you just got a listing last night, so congratulations. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,700 square feet, solar fully paid. So, and it has, I think it was 26 or 27 panels on the top. So they're full. I mean, it's definitely loaded with solar panels. You're never gonna have to pay for electricity. Let's see. It also has a downstairs loft kind of area, and then it has another bedroom, and it's technically a 4th bedroom because it does have a closet. So, I mean, if you had your mother-in-law or somebody over, a guest, you could have them in there. It's definitely roomy. Great views of the city. It's really nice on a hill in the south side of Redlands. So it's really nice. It's going to be priced at $960. So
Nice.
really nice. And it'll go quick for sure. That neighborhood's very desirable. It's quiet. It's safe. So yeah, I think a lot of people will definitely want to scoop that one up real quick.
Yeah. Okay,
And
good.
that downstairs area has its own entrance.
Yeah,
It's a private entrance to the back. You can
they could
park.
rent that out too.
Mhm.
Mhm. They could even add.
You said it was a tri-level, right?
Yeah.
Tri-level? Okay. Nice. So the views are really nice.
Yes.
Mm.
Really nice. Lots of parking, 2-car garage, and then another carport as well. So
Okay.
it's really nice. Very nice.
Oh, it sounds really nice. And just by the pictures and obviously the area, we know it's,
It's
a
unique.
nice area.
It's definitely unique. I think whoever likes it is really going to like it because it's just different. It's not your typical home.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. And how about you, Brenda? How I know you have a couple listings that you're working on. How are you seeing sellers? Are they motivated? Because I'm starting to see buyers now where before there was no concern about contingencies, but now they're a little bit more concerned about contingencies because some of the sellers, I mean, unfortunately, agents are saying you can have the world and some. So
Mhm.
I think that's what's happening.
thank you, Lupe.
So
I
I
don't-
think,
I mean, I would say that I don't like to overpromise to my sellers, and that's probably my biggest thing. I'm not that agent that's gonna oversell you on something and tell you, yeah, we're gonna do this and this is gonna happen. Like, I'm not, and I give my sellers every single one of their options, and a lot of them that I've met with, they have they have somewhere to go, or they have to buy another home, or maybe are selling to buy in the future. But I tell them, look, like, I want to make sure that whether you're buying right after with this home, or if you're going to wait a year, that you do qualify to buy a home, because we want to make sure that you don't have something that's going to hinder you from doing that in the future. And then you end up homeless because you don't end up having a house, that before taking the initiative to list your house and, spending all that time doing that, we want to make sure they qualify for the next purchase.
yeah. Yeah, no, we've been getting, like I said, people that want to write offers, but then they'll say, how long of a contingency is needed, what's needed. And I actually have an agent here in the office who was telling me that her clients have agreed to give the sellers 6 months, rent back to find something. And if they don't find something in those 6 months, then they'll give them an additional 2 months to vacate the property. So they basically have 8 months to find another property, which, I mean, that should be sufficient if you're aggressive, and, that gives you time
Absolutely.
to find. That even gives time for the agent to go even handpick or try to look for the home, for their
Right.
client. So we'll definitely keep you posted on that. I'm just, we'll see how it all plays out and, how things, happen. But not everybody's open to that. When you're a buyer, you're excited. You want to move into your new home, giving 6 months after sometimes isn't
Ideal.
isn't the easiest thing to do. Yeah, exactly. Because we already know how it is. They agree at first, like, yes, we'll do this, we'll do that.
Uh-huh.
And then what ends
And
up
they're like, get
happening
out of my
is,
house.
yeah, then they're like, how soon are we going to get our keys? You're like, well, you agreed to let them stay there, but they forget. So, because they're just excited, they're just really excited. And good morning. I am not 100% sure who this is, but good morning. Yeah. So, but yeah, so that's one of the things. Another thing is, we're always looking at different stats, from what's happened, and it was interesting, to see from a year ago, 2020 to 2021. We were just talking about this yesterday, Catherine, during our meeting, like what the changes have been. And it's crazy because obviously, the statewide, home median price is just over 800,000. Again, that's statewide. But that's up 0.5% just from April. So and these are May statistics because obviously June's not done yet. So 0.5%, that's, in a month, that's
Right.
a lot. And then, but it's actually up, again, this is statewide averages, just over 39% from a year to now. That's how much appreciation, 39% in 1 year. Yeah, it is crazy. So it just goes to show you, again, like we mentioned, how the market's just moving so fast, and again, it's not right. It may not be the best time for everybody. Money's not everything. It's, if you're comfort in your home, if you're comfortable there, then it may not be the best thing, but it is tempting, because we do get those calls. Everybody wants to know, it's kind of a good feeling, especially if you just bought your home. I have a couple clients who bought about 2 years ago who were anti, homeowners because they just thought it was just not worth it. And now, they're the ones saying, wow, like we can't believe it. But again, what comes up must go down. It's just the way it is, but you just write it out. You write it out the best way that you can, make sure that you guys are comfortable with your payments, and most rates right now are fixed and locked in. So you don't have to worry about anything, changing. And there's always protection, in a home. A lot of times we're getting a lot of first time home buyers calling and saying that, well, what if we lose our job? What if, this happens, someone in the family, something happens and we can't pay our payment. Well, it's the same thing if you're renting. If you can't pay your rent, you have 3 days to, pay or quit basically. And then, there comes an eviction. Whereas when you're a homeowner, there's more options, there's modifications, there's just different things and different protections, in place for you. So you don't have to make a decision within 3 days. If you can do it, it can be months. So there's just so many different benefits to home ownership that I think, it's important for us to educate everybody so that way they're aware. And not only that, who doesn't want to own your own home and do things to your own home? It's like, it's just a feeling of, no. So
For sure.
So let's see. So we're going to take a look at what our numbers, excuse me, are. So we'll go ahead and go here. And so my numbers are for Chino. Basically, nothing has really, to be honest, has changed. Everything is still moving along. Right now there's 27 active homes on the market, which is great. But still, we definitely need more, because if you notice, there's 74 under contract. So there's definitely still a lot of buyers looking to buy. 42 have closed, and this is in the last 30 days. And average list price $692 with a sales price of $732. So, and the average days on the market, it's, let's see,
16
days. Yeah, 16 days. Wow. So still selling pretty quickly. And in Ontario, same thing, 47 homes on the market. Just look at that. It's crazy. Double the amount are pending. Closed 79, 595 average list price with a sales price of 612 and 24 days on the market. So I know it's pretty big actually. Ontario's a pretty big city, and there's a lot going on in Ontario. There's a lot of things being built in Ontario, and we are actually now in Ontario. So, and in Harupa Valley, last 30 days, there's only 19 homes on the market, 19. And mine hoping to be one soon.
I was gonna say, are you gonna add to that number?
Yeah, I hope so.
Oh, you're gonna sell yours?
We're really thinking about it. Yes, yes.
Okay.
So
I know a good agent.
I know.
I'm
52
available whenever you need me.
I know. 52 under contract, 42 closed, 595 and 606. So, definitely everyone's still getting what they're asking or a little bit more. But again, it's super important to make sure that, you're still pricing the home, at fair market value. A lot of, I do see some price reductions, but a lot of times it's because they're listing way higher than what they should. And some people are just trying to aim high and see what happens. I am seeing that that's what they're trying to do as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Brenda.
So mine's for the last 7 days. For the city of Highland, we have 19 new listings. Number of homes sold 48 in the last 7 days, and with 13 days average on the market. And average sale price $496 and average list price $500,000. So
That's
still
good.
pretty strong there. And then we have Fontana. And in Fontana, we have 74 new listings. And Fontana is crazy. Like every day their numbers change over there. So average days on the market, 14 days. Average list price for $546. Sorry, my coffee hasn't kicked in. Average sale price of $563 with a number of homes sold 129 in the last 7 days. That's crazy.
Yeah, that city does move fast.
Mm-hmm. And then we have Rialto, 22 new listings in Rialto. Average days on the market is 14 days. Number of homes sold in the last 7 days is 56. And the average list price $480 with the average sale price $488.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to go back. There we go.
And then I did San Bernardino. Average, new listings in San Bernardino, 73 new listings.
Wait, is that
7 days?
7 days?
7 days. Yes, I did all of mine for 7 days.
Heck? People are like, I'm going to capitalize right now. Move out of here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And one of them being mine that sold last week and a half ago. So I don't know, that might not make that cut out, but average days on the market 14 and the average list price $418 with the average sale price of $432. And the number of homes sold 156.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and San Bernardino's a big city too.
It is. Yeah, it's actually really big.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Redlands. Okay, here we go. This is for the last 30 days. Right, currently there's 39 active listings on the market, 71 are pending under contract, 72 have closed. The average list price is $662. The average sale price is $651. So you're definitely getting what you're asking for out there. And the average days on the market is 17. So yeah, it's running pretty fast over there. Everything's flying off the shelves, I should say. And 39 is nothing for 30 days, guys. That's really is nothing in Redlands. Redlands is actually big too, as well. And it's growing, so definitely. Yeah. Let's see. Colton. Oh my gosh.
There's 10.
10. We hit a double digit. Okay, but this is 30 days though too. So there you go. So 10 active listings on the market, 18 are pending under contract, 22 have closed within the last 30 days, and then the average list price is $429. The average sale price is $447. So again, because of how scarce the properties are out there, people are going to overbid and try to get those properties. So if you're in Colton, now's the time to sell your home for sure. And then the average days on the market is 18.
I have 2 buyers in Colton, and one of them is at a very, very tight budget. And there was 2 properties that came out last week, and one I told her was going to go pending before she even looked at it because her schedule wouldn't allow her to go before. And it did. It went pending before she went. And then the second one, the agent upped the price by $25,000 the day after it came out on the market. So then it put her out of her budget.
Oh, that sucks.
So,
yeah, I can see that happening for sure. Oh my gosh, look at that average. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for the last 30 days, there's 53 active listings on the market. 124 are pending under contract. 121 have closed. The average list price is $789. The average sale price is $822. This is crazy. Wow. It's just insane. And the average days on the market is 13. So Rancho Cucamonga is very desirable as well. I mean, anywhere in the Inland Empire, it seems like you're going to have buyers out there, guys. So you guys are interested in selling your home now. Like, we can't stress it enough. If you're thinking about trying to capitalize on your equity to invest or buy another property or move, now is the time to do it.
Absolutely. Definitely the time. It's imperative you just check, and make sure and see what what it looks like, for you, even if it makes sense for you guys. So I know a couple, like I was mentioning, a couple people have called just kind of curious about, what's going on and what do they, what's happening, what if they decide to do it at a different time. So I have been seeing that a lot, and it's really interesting, to be honest, to see, obviously money motivates people, but it's important too for them to, to decide, hey, does it make sense, for my family, for my children, to move. A lot of people who've been wanting to move to different places are making the change now because they want to move into different, areas and stuff like that. Yeah. So we're seeing all of that, which is
and
awesome.
This is a time of year where everybody does the moves because kids are out of school.
Right.
They can transition over.
A lot easier for the kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
for sure. Okay, Sonia, where were you thinking of moving? I'm curious.
We're actually thinking of coming more west, just because it just seems easier to, for us, as far as the because be closer to the office, for Matthias being in school, so just thinking of being much closer to the office is kind of where we've been looking. And there has been some houses. It's just going to take time, to find, the right one. I'm pretty easy, if you ask me, as far as, I'm not really picky of what I'm looking for, but I know, Francisco's a little bit more specific for what he wants. And so we'll see if we can do an agreement on that. So hopefully we can, because like I said, I'm excited. I want, I'm just super easy. I just want, more than anything, I'm not really looking for something huge, but his idea and my idea are different. We're never home. I prefer to travel and to do other things. But he wants a really nice home. So I get it. We work hard, and I get that. We're never home. So it's just hard for me to justify. I'd rather put my money into another home and have another home to travel to, in my opinion. But
I see.
We'll see where we go. We'll see where.
But maybe having a nice home, you'd want to stay like home,
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, and that's definitely possible.
Because I know if I had a pool right now, My butt would be in there.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, you're probably right. You know, it's you're probably absolutely right. I think that I know that I would like definitely we would like a pool, and you know, like I said, I would like Matthias to be in
Public
a
VR.
better school district. Yeah. So I want to welcome our guest today.
Oh,
Um,
what do we have?
so we have. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on. Raul, how are you? Good morning.
Hi, ladies. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking, Sonia.
Yes.
Thank you for
So-
having me.
Absolutely. So Raul is one of our home inspectors that you know a lot of the agents use. I don't even know how I met you, Raul, but I've been using Raul for at least 5 years. I want to say.
We met, about 5 years ago when I just got started. I did one for one of your clients out in Riverside. He contacted me direct,
Okay.
and that's how I met you. And I think a year passed, and you called me to do the Norwalk one for the girls that do the photography and all that.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
I just seen him at your reopening of the Chino one.
Yes.
Yeah. So I just seen them there again.
Yeah. Yeah. They were here too in Ontario as well, and I know you came as well.
Yeah, and they remembered me. So it was
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I know they spoke highly of you. So, you know, and I don't know if Jennifer used you before she came to our office, but I noticed that she uses you as well.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think this is she started using it when she came to your office.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
But
So-
yeah, a couple of the girls have given us calls and they use us, so it's very cool.
Awesome. So, so just give us kind of like, you know, tell us something is why it's so important. What is something that you've seen that had the home or had the buyer not done an inspection? It could have been something that could have cost them, you know, something like what's something that you can give us a scenario.
Yeah, very, very funny that you said, because I wrote some notes down. This is a couple things I could talk about. I won't take up too much of your guys' time, but yeah, definitely right now too, the way the market is, I notice a lot of buyers waiving the appraisal and the termite, and a couple have waived the home inspection, and I get calls from the realtor saying, you know, I had one in escrow, they waived the home inspection, now they're having issues with plumbing, electrical, you know, they had a roofer go in and now the roof is near its life expectancy. But yeah, those are the biggest thing. Oh, now their sinks leaking, their showers leaking, they have a big leak, you know, and it's funny, I tell them, you know, well, our home inspection fees are $300 to $400, and that is not that expensive for a big purchase of a home, and that, you know, could save them in the long run anywhere from like $5,000 to $25,000-$30,000, you know. So yeah, that's what that's what I've been hearing lately, because I know it's a hot market and people are doing whatever they have to do to get their offer accepted. But I always recommend them, not because I'm in the business, because I treat this business as, I tell my home inspectors, anytime they go into a house, you treat it as it's your house. You're purchasing the house. What do you want to know about the house? And be very thorough, because this is an important purchase for the clients. And you know, just treat it like if it was your house and tell them everything. I've worked with a lot of realtors in the past. I started my company in 2016. So next month will actually be 5 years that I've had my company, July. So, and we went from, I went from 2016, 48 inspections for the year, July to December. 2017, I did 135. 2018, I did 260. 2019, I did almost 400. Last year, we did over 500. This year, we've already done over 300. So,
Wow.
you know,
Yeah.
we're doing good. And it's because I, like I said, I tell my inspectors like, hey, do your job, point out everything. But yeah, so that's what we find most. The big ticket item that most buyers want to know about is obviously the roof, foundation, electrical, and plumbing, because those, obviously, anywhere from 2,000 to 20,000 and above. You know what I mean? But yeah, I always recommend not waiving the home inspection for those reasons.
Yeah.
And
And us too, as agents, we definitely stress the importance of it as well, because we already know that at the end of the day, when something goes wrong, we're the first phone call they make.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true.
You're right. Yes. And I've actually gotten phone calls, oh, we're having this problem now. We're having this problem now. And I'm like, guys, it was on the report. It's on the report. So, that's why I really, when I get asked, should my buyers get the home inspection? We think, of course, not just because I'm in the business, but in the long run, it's going to save them a lot of headaches and money.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even with like condos, I work with quite a bit of home inspectors. We get together, we talk. And I know a lot of times it could be, the condo is limited inspection. Some of them don't check the building exterior, the roof, the foundation, the attic, stairs, anything on the grounds. But we do that. We'll check everything. And we point it out on the report. This way you guys can bring it up to HOA and try to get the issues fixed before your clients move in. But I always tell the clients when they ask me, so-and-so recommend you. There are realtor, and some clients think like, we're in it together, but I always tell them our best interest is for you guys. We're looking out for you guys, whether I know the agent because they constantly, recommend us and use our services. The bottom line, it's our best interest is in for you guys. So we are, our name's on the line, and we're going to point out everything. Whether, I don't like it for it to happen, because I get sometimes a returning call from the buyer saying, well, that last house didn't work out because it was just too much we were going to have to put into it. But I don't like, oh yes, okay, we got another home inspection for them. But I am happy that, because they're happy, saying thank you very much. You pointed out this, that, and we just felt like it was going to be too much in the end. So, that's why we treat the house like it's ours.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we had one that you did an inspection on, and you had mentioned that it was at the very end of its life, the water heater, which is common, right? That's something I think that we're seeing. It's a super common. And typically, I know you did an inspection for me probably 4 years ago or so. Same thing. It was crackling, like it was like sound like it was gonna blow up type of thing. But it was in the garage. And my client said, what, I'm fine with it. The home warranty will take care of it because it's still functional. We're good. So honestly, the day I gave her the key, she's moving in, and it basically like blew up, and so she was able to get a new one. We called home warranty. They took care of it. Everything was great.
Right.
Well, this year, actually about a month ago, you did another inspection for us in Riverside, and it's kind of the same thing. It wasn't that bad from your notation. But the buyer had a very valid point, because I told her, well, she says, I want them to replace the water heater. I said, well, the thing is, they won't replace something that's functioning. It's still functioning. You have your home warranty, kind of the same thing. And she says, Sonia, I'm not worried about the home warranty replacing that. What I'm worried about is if this thing does blow up, it's in a closet, the damage it's going to do to the rest of my home. She says, and if I have to wait for that to happen, who's going to reimburse me for maybe flooring, maybe drywall? And you know what? She had such a great point. So we went in and asked for a new water heater, yes, in today's market, and we got it. So because we came, we went, and she had a very valid point, and I had never, to be honest, looked at it from that perspective. It was always, you'll get it replaced. Yeah, they're going to come in and replace that. However, depending on the location of the water heater, that is something to keep in mind, that there could be other damage, that happens. So just a kind of a thought, but that, it is good that we listen to, to our clients as well, because, they might come up with something that makes sense.
Right, very true. And what I am coming across a lot right now is the roof. A lot of roofs, because right now the clients are like, shoot, the market's so hot. Why do we got to replace our roof? We're just going to do it as is. And so right now, I mean, every one to, out of 5 roofs are pretty much at their life expectancy. And we have to point it out. We have to let the clients know. But I work with a very good roofer who is very few roofers right now are certifying the roofs, and he does. He certifies. I don't know if I gave you his contact already, Sonia, but I know I have given it to some of the grows out of this. And he'll go to the property, just kind of evaluate the roof and say, like, I will certify it for 1 to 2 years. If there is a leak in these couple of years, then I'll come out and fix it. And you just pay the fee up front, which is, anywhere from $300 to $400, depending on how bad the roof is.
Right.
Oh yeah. But that's exactly what I'm coming. And like you said, water heaters, AC and heating. I just think because the way the market is right now, it's just, hey, we're going to have a line of people out there wanting this house, and we can advertise it as is.
Yeah. Go to the next.
Yeah. But we do check everything. We run everything, AC, heating. We go under the house. I don't know if you remember, Sonia, a couple months ago, I got hurt from going under a house. I posted on Facebook. Yeah, we go into the house. I got a scratch on the back of my head. I got an infection. I was out for like 2 weeks. But after those 2 weeks, I was back under the house. So it doesn't matter,
You need a helmet.
A helmet.
Yeah. Now I wear a beanie though, so we're good.
Yeah.
Wear a hard hat.
Yeah. You need a hard hat.
Yeah. Hard hat with a flashlight and everything. Yeah. But yeah, we do. And that's what I tell the agents and the clients, why it's important to get a home, especially because we're going to do the dirty work for them. We're going to evaluate it before. Is this way they have a sense of what their house looks like and, what's going on with it, So yeah, that's where we're at today, guys. So
that's good. Did Brenda or Catherine, do you guys have any questions for him? I know my home inspector, he, if he goes out and does a job for me, or not for me, for my clients, if they have any issues or concerns after the fact that they close, or, something is happening with the property and it's something that was or wasn't on the report, he'll go back out and try to evaluate it or give them a solution for it. Do you do something like that? Or
yeah, so I'm always available, even after 30, 60 days, 100 days. I get calls 2 years from the clients. 2 years later, I've gotten a couple. This is what's going on now, and I had to explain to them, well, after 15 days of the home inspection, anything can happen.
Right.
At the time we didn't have a leak here, but now 15, 30 days later, there's a leak. Anything's possible. If the drain wasn't clogged, now it is. Just because you have people living there still, and they may dump some stuff in the drain or whatever. But my team's always available. If they have any questions, they can always call. And I work with great people, and I'm surrounded with great people, whether it's contractors, roofers, plumbers, that we connect with. So if there's something that I can't personally answer, I'll put them in contact with my plumber or my roofer to help them out,
And do you also do sewer scopes?
I work with a plumber very closely that we can do it. We'll schedule it. So this way we're doing the home inspection and then they're doing the sewer scope. And he's roughly anywhere from $150 to 200, just depending on where he has to run the camera through. If he has to remove a toilet, if he has to go on the roof, it takes an extra team member for safety reasons. So they got to charge it. But if there's a clean out outside, it's very simple, $150, something like that. But yeah, and then our home inspections were very reasonable. Lately, I've been getting a lot of realtors that are like, you need to charge more. Here I quote 325, no, 350. Okay, but our home inspections are very reasonable. The prices for condos, we're looking at like 280 is about the average, and then for homes under 1,500 square feet, you're looking at like 315 as the average.
Do you have a fee sheet breakdown that you can share? Or?
At this point, I don't. I normally talk to the realtors. They'll text me or call me. Then I just, okay, what's the square footage, their pool or spa. But I'm definitely going to work on that because we have added to our team. Right now, I have my brother is a full-time inspector with me, and I have another 2 part-time inspectors that work with me as well. And then my son, who's still in training, he goes out with either myself or my brother, depending on the size of the house or how many, each one of us had to do. But I'm definitely going to work on I'll work on getting a spreadsheet and work on getting into your office again, Sonia. This way I could go I'll drop off some cards and different things, flyers, some more gift cards since we don't know what happened to those other ones.
I know. Alrighty then, moving on.
Yeah.
And typically, just so you guys know, I'll just usually text him and just tell him, what, I'm looking for, the next availability for this city, and then he's really very responsive. I know with one of my clients, which talking about the ones from Norwalk, they had the first time buyers, they were scared, they didn't know. So he did the home inspection and he told them, there's mold underneath because it was a raised foundation. And he says, but it's nothing to be concerned about. It's an easy fix. But they just heard mold. At mold, they were just freaked out, right? Yeah. So he just told them, what, if you want, what, I'll talk to you guys after escrow closes. I'll come back and we'll discuss. If you want me to, treat it for you, I'll be happy to come. So he did. He went and he did all their repairs for them. And like I said, they're definitely grateful. They always talk about that. So definitely appreciate that, because I know as soon as they heard mold, they were just like, what the, and a lot of people, are obviously it's something, that they're scared, but they don't I didn't even know, like you had mentioned, you can, buy those foggers and it works. So again, I learned by listening, I'm not a professional when it comes out to that, but there are some things when I hear other people talking, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound right, because we're so used to hearing you explain. So once the inspection's over, he will take the time to go through it line by line to explain the findings. And there's sometimes where our clients can't make it, that happens too. So, Raul will definitely do a phone call with them afterwards and go over everything with them. And then they usually will call me and say, oh, thanks for doing that. We're good, or this is what, we're concerned with, or what have you. And then we just kind of go from there. So, but yeah, it's
between us, I'm not my team, myself, and I train my guys that we don't want to be the deal killer type person and act like we're Mr. Know-it-all, but we do have to disclose everything at the same time. But like Sonia was saying, it's mold underneath the house. We try to comfort the clients and just basically say it's fixable. If it's something with the roof that okay, we walked on it and we almost fell through, then we have to let them know, like, okay, yeah, this roof's gonna need to be changed right away. But when it comes to what, you may have 2 or 3, 4 more, 5 more years left on the roof. Just bring in a roofer and let them certify it, let them further evaluate, which I think we've done that. I've done that for you in the past, and you've had a roofer go out there and certify it,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we definitely try, like, when, obviously at anything, if they give you recommendations, like we recommend, you have a licensed, HVAC person or roofer or plumber or what have you, just depending on where it is. Um, that's important, to definitely fall. And I tell the agents, you definitely want to take the advice, or at least advise your clients that they are recommending further evaluation, and then it's going to be up to the the buyer if they want to do that or not. So yeah, that's definitely an option. But Catherine, did you have anything?
No, he pretty much answered all my questions. Like,
Good.
if I had any questions, I mean, so seems good. But I
Yeah,
like,
Okay.
a couple of things that we don't inspect real quick is if the property has a septic tank, obviously that a lot of times is certified by the sellers. Sprinklers, we don't turn them on right now. We just don't like to mess with the timers, water softener, but all that, at the end of the inspection, I will explain to the clients, that we don't check this, that, and it's also on the report. Our reports are very thorough, pictures and everything on there. So,
Yeah.
Is there certain areas you don't work?
so I'm out of Whittier, if you guys are familiar with that. And I go about 80 miles out. So we'll go to Victorville is pretty much our limit. Orange County, like Santa Ana, Irvine is pretty much our limit. And then Palmdale is pretty much our limit too. If we do go a little further out, which I have, Palm Springs, Barstow, it's a little extra. I go out to Big Bear, so we just charge a little bit of extra for traveling fees. And because what happens is that if we got to go that far out, like I had to go to Big Bear last week, I was gone for 7 hours.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was my whole day. So I was only limited to one inspection that day.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, my guys were still doing them out here in this area, but yeah, so that we have to get compensated for that, for the traveling.
Right.
So, but yeah, we will go out.
Okay. Good. Well, thank you so much, Raul. I appreciate your time, and I know you got to get to your inspection. So, but we just wanted to thank you so much for giving some information, and again, the importance of getting a home inspection. It's important to know what we're buying. It's not that we're trying to create this laundry list for the seller, but it's
Right.
more important to know that, you're okay with what it is that you're buying.
Right.
So
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
that
it.
should ever be waived. No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
don't think so either.
But it's a good piece. Like I said, it's a good peace of mind for the buyers, on
Right,
what they're looking into.
Yes.
And even if they agree to buy it as is per se, a home inspection is still something I would do, because you still want to know what as is,
Right.
what is it that you're buying. So regardless of, of how it looks, because a lot of times people they even recommend that you do home inspections on brand new homes. More, I don't know if you have ever done any on new homes, but even our attorney, Rod Feldman, said, even if you're selling a new home, do a home inspection. That walkthrough is not enough. It's
And that's funny you say that, because I just did one, 2021, 4 units in North Hollywood. I've already been out there 2 times after the first home inspection, because the contractors didn't do a lot of things. This last time I went out, the furnace still wasn't working. So,
Mm.
you're talking about brand new construction, 4 units, $3 million, and the furnace is still not working. What I mean? So someone has to go back out there.
Yeah, exactly. So everything should be inspected.
So
So,
we do new construction as well.
okay, good. That's good to know.
Okay.
So,
Mobile homes,
yeah.
everything.
okay, good. All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
you.
Thank you, Raul, for joining us. We appreciate having you. And again, thank you so much for your knowledge and your time.
Awesome. Thank you guys for having us.
All right.
Have a
Thank
good-
you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Have a great day.
Bye. You too. So, like I was saying, it brought up a really good, we had a meeting with Rod about 2 weeks ago. over in the Upland office, and he was stressing the importance because he talks about the lawsuits that he's dealing with, and he says a lot of people think I'm going to buy new construction because I don't want to have issues, I don't want to have problems. He says, but that's been a major problem for homes that have been built in the last 3 or 4 years, just with the contractors they hire. They're doing things.
You gotta think those houses go up so quick.
Yeah.
And they only do permits on certain things, and then they cover up the walls, and then something happens, and you're like, oh, you forgot to wire this, whole side of the house, and go to plug something in, and it doesn't work. So
Yeah, exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so that was definitely some good information, and and I know we're really good about educating our clients, for sure. Letting them know the importance of the inspections, and even like like I said, when they say roof, we'll call a roofer out there just to get the information, because it's better to know up front. And if the client's okay with it, great. But by skipping that step, they get into the home, something happens, and then now it's it becomes an issue, and that's not the calls we want. We want the calls where, thank you so much, we love our home, and my sister wants to buy now. Those are the calls we want, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So those are the calls we definitely want. So, but anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. It's already time. Time goes by so fast. So have a beautiful week. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye.